Has COVID-19 made any changes for CPR as far as assisting people in an emergency?
Yes. We do have some modifications for the public for them to respond to a cardiac arrest during the pandemic, preventing any potential spread of the virus, but also ensuring that people still respond because a cardiac arrest is life-threatening.
So how can we do this safely and still help in an emergency?
Absolutely. So there's a few different steps. So if they're not responding to touch or sound, we're going to check if they're breathing. And this is where we may not get down too close because we might not know this person. If they're not breathing and not breathing normally, and by this I mean they may be making very strange gasping sounds, that signifies an emergency and we need to call 911 immediately. And they are also going to be able to coach us through the next steps. First, here's a modification. We're going to place a cloth, a towel on the person to cover the person's nose and mouth to prevent any potential spread of the virus.
So this is not going to cause an issue for the person?
No. This person right now is not breathing, they're not responding, and their heart is not beating. So we can't do anything at this moment that's going to hurt them. You can even use a piece of clothing and gently place it over the person's nose and mouth. Again, that is to prevent any potential spread of the virus. Hand right in the middle of the chest. We're going to take the other one and interlock our fingers, or if it's more comfortable like this. But we're going to now start compressing hard and fast through the heel of our hand and with our arms locked into the chest.
With COVID, this is exactly when covering the mouth and nose is necessary because of these compressions that you're doing.
Right, and we're just trying to prevent any potential spread. When the paramedics arrive, they're going to take over and eventually transport the person to hospital. At which point, we are going to have to dispose of the cloth or a piece of clothing that was over the person's mouth and nose. We're going to have to wash the area and, of course, wash our hands very well.
Not giving breaths, that's not just because of COVID, right? That's new recommendations generally?
No, that was removed several years ago, and it's, of course, based on science and evidence. But for the public, we don't do breathing. That was even before COVID.
For more information on how to perform CPR during the COVID pandemic, you can go to our website, citynews.ca/extras.
In Toronto, Audra Brown, City News.